What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here. You are chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. This is the hip hop episode, and my next guest is coming to you from Mississippi, the
Yes,
place
sir.
that I was born and raised. This
Yes, sir.
man, MC, he's got the latest song, What's Love. It's available on all the platforms. And
Yes,
not
sir.
only is he here, but he got a special guest. That is his son. So we got
Mm-hmm.
YSE Young Jay featuring his son. What's good, man?
Good. That's good, King. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Good to have you on the show, and I think we're making history. I think your son might
Honored
be
to be a part of it.
I think your son might be the youngest guest on the history of this show.
Oh,
So
make some noise for yourself, bro.
yeah. So we're
Make some
gonna
noise for
round of
yourself.
applause for the son.
Yeah.
Just vibing, man. Great to have you on, Jay, and we'll go ahead and get into the interview here. Um, what got you into hip hop, man? What got you into doing music?
um, Actually, I started doing music when I was 7. So 6 years after my son, I already knew I could be doing music. Came up with my label when I was 7 years old. Just never spoke on it. Um, but watching my family, like my older cousins, uncles, you know, all of them was rapping or bebopping or something with music, dancing. I was always a part of it. But family really got me into the music thing.
Okay, so you from Mississippi,
Go
and
for it, Mississippi,
Gold
sir.
Coast, Mississippi. Shout out to the homie Jay Red on the mic, whom I
That's
interviewed,
my dog.
whom I just interviewed just last week. Very cool cat.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you are the founder. You are the founder of Young Spitters Entertainment. Talk about how Young Spitters Entertainment came about.
Ooh. YSE came about as wanted to be, how could I say it? Al- Almost like how Wu Tang came in and just was dominating as a whole. Not just you knew them individually, but you knew them as a whole first. So I came in with that concept, and off the rip, everyone says I sound like Wayne. So I was like, oh, okay. So now they start comparing Young Spitters Entertainment to Young Money. So as it grew and got bigger, I got my artists. They say, oh, you got you a Drake now. Oh, you got you a Nicki now. Blah blah blah. So ironically, my artist Hurricane TS sounds like Drake. So, so the
Yeah.
team really just grew over just I had to see I had to see myself and another artist, the artist that I bring along. That means their work ethic has to be as great as mine or better. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Shout out to Young Spitters Entertainment. Shout out to Mississippi. So
Mm-hmm.
last week, I chat with Jay Red. We talked about Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
got a story, history, music in general, um, birthplace of BB King. As
Mm-hmm.
far as the hip hop side, you got Big Quit, you got Ray Schwimmer, you got
You
David
got Snoop,
Banner,
you got Snoop
uh,
Dogg.
yeah, Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a big history there. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I've been vibing with David Banner, since like a pimp. And I
Yeah.
got to say it like that. I had to say like a pimp.
Like a
Uh,
pimp.
yeah. Um, so talk is you mentioned some Wayne, you mentioned Young Money, you mentioned some other artists here and there. Who
Mm-hmm.
else out there would you consider like your musical influences, or whether it's independently or mainstream? Who else would you consider like influences in your music?
that actually influenced as a now, actually when I was younger, what made me like the influence that made me get started.
Yeah.
So what made me the artist that made me get started that was mainstream at the time, people usually say Pac or Biggie or something like that. It wasn't none of them for me. It was really Lil Bow Wow and Lil Romeo because they were closer to my age, and I'm like, what are they doing that I can't do?
Yeah.
So that's what made me do it. Far as like the mainstream or when I wanted to get started. But right now, my influence is every artist that I record, every single one of them, because I learn from every single artist, every person that I work with. Jay Red, I learned from Jay Red. I engineer him. So you got Coach, you got Young Coach, you got Hurricane TS, Diamond Fat, Carly. These are all co-starters. Even when I go to Atlanta, working at Taylor Made Records, just hearing the artists coming out of that studio, I'm like, man, that's fire. I'm hearing rock, I'm hearing pop, I'm hearing gospel. All this is coming out of different studios, and shoot, that influences me to be a better artist because I want to be a rap artist. I want to be an all around artist, a crossover artist. So I'm never stuck in just one lane. So it's bigger than hip hop with me.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Just I'm definitely seeing artists like yourself and Jay Red definitely putting on for Gulf Coast, Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Definitely grinding. So what's that like, man? Just you, Jay Red, and many others putting on for the city, man, letting people know Gulf Coast. It's kind of like I got that Andre 3000 energy when he won the
Mm-hmm.
Source Award. You know how he said the South has got something to say.
So that's something to say.
And in
Absolutely.
your case, in J Red's case, Gulf Coast got something to say.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Definitely has something to say.
So talk about, man, just weapon for the city like Gulf Coast.
Go repping for Go for it is like a trophy for me, like a medal. Because anywhere that I go, they say, "Oh, where you from? New Orleans?" I'm like, "Nah." They're like, "Florida?" "Nah, I'm from Gulfport." "Mississippi?" "Yeah, Mississippi." Because we're underrated, but a lot of our talent comes from Mississippi. We leave, go for Mississippi or any part of Mississippi and go somewhere else and hear us. And they usually comes from somebody that was from the area and just they picked up on it and took it to the next level because they were closer to somebody to put it on mainstream. So a lot of people say, "Oh, we behind" or something like that, but we already did that. Like when Migos came out, the triple flow and all that, we had already did that. We had been doing it. I know I did that when I was probably 9 years old. So like, I'm not saying I'm originator because that's the whole fight between them and Bone Thugs and Harmony, but we been there. We've been doing that. But for
Yeah.
me, like putting on for the coach, like I said, bro, it's like a medal that I carry, and I'm gonna put on for it anywhere that I go.
See, I like how you was talking and your songs like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes.
Cause he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, he
He knows.
knows.
He a real studio baby. When I'm every album since he's been born, every album I recorded, he been in the studio with me. Every single one of them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So as far as your recent music, you have the Army that came
Mm-hmm.
out, yourself, Hurricane, and
Mm-hmm.
Triple Threat, and of
Triple
course,
threat, yeah.
and then you also have What's Love. That's your latest single.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about. Let's talk What's Love.
So
What was that like recording that track, man?
doing what's love. That's actually going towards an album called I Just Feel Like Rapping because people, they have a mixtape version of me, you have your album version of me, you have your feature version of me, you have the single version of me, you have it's different versions of YSE Young Jay. So I wanted to put mixtape Young Jay in album mode. So it's more of a structured song with no hook. So you know how Wayne used to just rap, just go off, but it be everywhere. But these are more concepts, still in the mixtape format of me just rapping. But the concept is you'll know what the concept is through the whole entire song. And What's Love is actually one that was actually dedicated to mental health. And it's the comparison of love, um, your actually mental health and love being a female. So it's like the battle and breaking it down. She's saying she love you, she always there for you, blah blah blah, but it's really holding you back, and stuff like that. So it's deeper than what it sounds like. So you have to really listen to it. And it's not, and that's the person that made that beat Too Tall. He's a brand new producer, like probably not even 2 months into it. And I was like, bro, I take that, that lick for you. If you want to put it out there, I'll put it out there for you. He sent it to me. What that day, I sent it back to him within an hour.
That's cool, man. For just giving that producer like that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Absolutely.
got a lot of respect for you for that. Putting him on like that. So that's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
So What's Love, the latest single of
Mm-hmm.
YSE Young Jay, is available on all the streaming platforms. Just look up YSE Young Jay,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll pop up. It's on all the
Absolutely.
platforms. So go check that out. And
Appreciate it.
one thing that hip hop does get a bad rap for so many reasons, but one of the many things that I admire about hip hop is when a lot of people, a lot of artists speaks on mental health. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it definitely puts them in a different, limelight as far as, just sending the message. Because these artists
Mm-hmm.
know that these fans, young and old, they listen to them word for word. So when you throw a song like What's Love, bringing awareness to mental health,
Mm-hmm.
um, because honestly, we all have been through some sort of issues, small or big, and it's an ongoing struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make it through this world. So every now and then you hear music like that resonates, very relatable. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a deep song. So
Definitely.
props to you for that. Um,
Appreciate you, my man.
so you mentioned you got a new project on the way.
Mm-hmm.
What's the timetable for the release of this project?
Give me a week from today, the week from this interview, it'll be out.
Uh,
I'm working on the last. I'm working on the last one tonight. So one thing that I'm on. 1 second.
okay, so we out here for YSE Young Jay. You just saw his son for the interview there, and he's back.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not going. I just had to let him out the door. But like I telling you with IJFLR, I just feel like rapping. That is, like I said, that's a mixtape. YSE Young Jay and album mode.
Yeah, so get ready for that. It's coming real
Mm-hmm.
soon. Um, Check him out on
Real.
the social medias. YSE Young Jay. Check out the What's Love joint. Check out all of his music under YSE Young Jay. That's available on all the streaming platforms. Great having you on the show. Shout out to the son for making an appearance.
Appreciate you.
You know, like this was quite the family friendly interview here.
Absolutely.
So shout out to all the fathers that's there for the kids, man. Being
Appreciate you.
being an example. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, man. So you take care of your fatherly duties and everything.
Oh yeah, we
So
finna get back to the studio.
yeah, so yes, absolutely, man. But thank you so much for your time, man. Continued success
Much
to
love.
you, Young Spitters Entertainment, and
Appreciate it.
Jay Wade and everybody. Thanks for your time, man. Best of success, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, you have a good night.
You too, brother.
All right.